Hey love, and welcome back to the Dear Love channel. I'm Greta, and today I'm going to be sharing with you all of my best overnight period tips. We're going to talk about all the ways to handle your blood flow overnight and prevent leaking, as well as what to do if you do end up staining your clothes or your bedding, because that's inevitably going to happen at some point. We're going to talk about choosing the right period products for nighttime. We'll also cover how to ease period cramps and period pain so that you can sleep with a little bit more comfort on your period. So whether you're struggling with a heavy nighttime flow or you just want to make your period nights more comfortable, I've got all the tips, hacks, and advice that you need. And this video is actually a request from one of you. So thank you, Ellie, for requesting this video. This is such a good video idea. So with that, let's dive in so that you can get a restful night's sleep on your period. Let's start with managing period blood and preventing leaking. So when we lay down and we move around in different sleeping positions, we're more likely to leak. But choosing the right period product does make a big difference. Let's start with pads. Pads come in overnight versions that are usually larger and more absorbent. So if the regular pads that you're using during the day just aren't quite cutting it, try an overnight size or a more absorbent material like flex foam. I think I have mine out over here. These ones I use overnight. I personally find that these pads work really well overnight. These are the Always pads, but they're the ones with the flex foam. And this one is a size 3, and it seems to do really well overnight. I don't really ever leak with these, but I do want to try out different options, just kind of see. Basically, you're going to be wanting to choose the pads that have the higher absorbency. So you'll see on the boxes or the packaging, like what level the absorbency is at. So choose something for nighttime, probably like a 3 and up. These pads made specifically for overnight are helpful because you'll notice that sometimes leaks are happening not because the pad is actually full, but because the blood is actually flowing over the sides or out the front or the back, usually because of the sort of weird positions we get in when we're sleeping. So overnight sizes and designed pads and products are designed with this in mind. So they're usually larger and longer for that reason. So they should help with this type of leaking at night. But if you need some backup, then you can also try some period underwear. Period underwear are underwear that are made with super absorbent materials. So you can just wear them, no pad. They like have a pad built in essentially, and then you can just wash them and reuse them. So you could either wear them on their own, or you can also double up and put a pad in your period underwear, and then you have a little backup in case things leak. I actually haven't tried period underwear, but I am so curious to try it, so let me know if I should make a video of me trying period underwear on my next period. Now, like I said, sometimes when we're sleeping and moving around, your pad is also moving too, and that unto itself can lead to leaks. So it can be really helpful to just wear some tighter fitting shorts over your underwear and your pad and whatever you're choosing, so that you kind of hold things in place and it's moving less. It just kind of keeps things in place more. So yeah, when it comes to pads, definitely overnight versions are helpful. Flex foam, more absorbent materials are helpful. Period underwear, layering up with period underwear and pads, or kind of locking everything in with a tighter fitting pair of shorts over your underwear and pad and under your pajama bottoms. Okay, let's move on to tampons next. What about tampons? Can you wear tampons at night? You can wear tampons at night, but you want to follow these guidelines to avoid toxic shock syndrome, which is a very rare but very serious bacterial infection. So if you do decide to wear a tampon really anytime, but specifically at night, be sure that you're putting in a new tampon right before you go to bed. And also pick a tampon that's the right absorbency for your flow. You don't want something that's way too absorbent for the amount that you're bleeding. And you'll also want to leave your tampon in for no longer than 8 hours. And this is also true for daytime use of your tampons too. It's not like the rules really change given if it's day or night, but the biggest risk for using a tampon at night is that you might end up leaving it in for longer than you should. But generally, if you follow these guidelines of changing your tampon right before you go to bed, choosing the right absorbency for your flow and not choosing something that's like way too absorbent, and not leaving it in for more than 8 hours, you really should be totally fine. But it's just important to know these things. So yeah. Okay, now, if you are someone who is just always leaking, like you are trying overnight period products, you've tried it all and you're like, okay, I just am a leaker. I'm just leaking. Now, this might sound kind of funny, but I've heard that this is really helpful. You can try using adult diapers or disposable period underwear. These are going to be like your max absorbency level. If you need max absorbency, this might be your option. This might be a great option for you to keep you comfortable and leak-free. I know it seems kind of funny, but I mean, it's kind of like just a full-on pad, so nothing to be embarrassed about. It might be really helpful for some of you. Now, you can also do some additional things to kind of spare your bedding. You can put a towel or a couple of towels over your bed if you really don't want to be staining your sheets or getting blood through to your mattress. I also found these special mattress pads that you can lay over your mattress and sleep on. So these things are just sort of like so you don't have to worry as much about getting it on your mattress, and it will be much easier to clean. And if you're worried about staining your pajamas at night, definitely wear some older pajamas on your period nights that you don't really care about, that you can just get stained and it's like whatever. And also underwear. I feel like all of us probably relate with like you probably have your period pajamas that you wear, your period outfits, and your period underwear that are like not necessarily like period underwear that's absorbent period underwear, but like just your regular underwear that is like your scrappy period underwear. On that note, let's talk about how to get rid of period stains when they do happen. So if you get period blood on your clothes or on your sheets, the first thing you're going to want to do is rinse it out with cold water. You'll want to use cold water and not hot water, because hot water is going to set that blood stain into the material. It like bakes the proteins in the blood or something. I don't even know, but cold water, not hot water for blood stains. And then once you've rinsed it out, go ahead and just get a little bit of soap. I've used all kinds of soaps. I've used shampoo before, dish soap. You can just use kind of whatever, laundry detergent obviously. Get a little bit, rub it into the material, and then rinse it out again with cold water. You can also use like a stain remover. Then once you've rinsed that out, just throw it into the washing machine and you'll be good to go. No big deal. It's all good. It's gonna happen sometimes. And it's so good to know like all the ways to keep ourselves comfortable and have the best absorbency and prevention of leaking, because it's just like uncomfortable and also a hassle to clean things. But at the end of the day, like it's okay if you leak. It's nothing to be embarrassed about. It's just gonna happen. It's just kind of part of managing a period. So if you get period blood on your clothes, on your bed, wherever, just know it is not anything to be embarrassed about. Okay, I think that's all my tips on like managing the period blood, the period flow, and like preventing leaks and just keeping yourself comfortable in that realm of periods overnight. But there's also other things that can keep us awake when we have our period. One of those things, maybe the top thing, being period cramps. It's always very frustrating when you're just like so tired because you have your period, but you're also in pain, so you can't sleep. But there's definitely things that you can do to manage your period pain and to like heal it underlyingly. So if cramps are keeping you awake, I highly recommend taking a hot shower before bed or a hot Epsom salt bath. Drink a cup of raspberry leaf tea. Use a heating pad. It's also nice to use heating pads that have timers on them so that you don't have to worry about it like being on all night, but you can like put the little like 2-hour timer or whatever it is, just leave it on while you're falling asleep. I also like to listen to different like comforting sounds or like ambiance videos, anything that'll kind of keep you calm. Now, a super effective way to heal period pain, so like to keep it from happening in the first place, is to heal its underlying causes through diet and lifestyle. And I have an entire video on how to do this, full of so many tips and ideas and guidance, so I will link that video on the screen and in the description box if you want to learn more about that. But in the moment kind of care for your period cramps, my go-tos are always heat, raspberry leaf tea, and then if they're really bad, then I'll take some ibuprofen. So hopefully all of these ideas help you to have a comfortable and restful night's sleep on your period, because you need that extra rest. It just can be a little bit harder to get it. Also, does anyone else have like really crazy rogue dreams on their period? Like, I will just have sometimes the most vivid, weird dreams when I have my period, then that also kind of makes me sleep weird. But you know what? I guess it's just part of the experience. I'll have some links in the description box with different suggestions of period products, period underwear, that mattress pad thing I was talking about that I found, the heating pad I use, the Epsom salts I like, the stain remover I really like. None of these things are sponsored. I just want to like give you some options of things to maybe look at, get some inspiration of things to try, and hopefully that's helpful. So that'll be in the description box. And yeah, that's all of my overnight period tips, tricks, hacks, advice, and I really hope that you found this helpful. Also, please let me know if you have any specific things you do or products you use that help you through your period nights. It'll give everyone who watches this video some more ideas. Again, thank you, Ellie, for the suggestion of this video. I hope that you found it helpful. Like this video if you found it helpful so that it can find more people who need a little help in taking care of their period overnight, and subscribe to join in and help build the Dear Love community. And take a look on the channel because there are lots of period videos that I think you will probably find helpful. Thank you for being here, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, loves!